Hey guys, it's Jay. Welcome back to the channel. Oh man, it's been a minute. It has been quite a minute for me. But toy news never stops, and there are a lot of things happening in the toy world, particularly in conventions. And I really wanted to take a minute to talk a little bit about these. But before we get started, there's a whole bunch of things which just came across my radar, which are bringing up a lot of questions. Seriously, I've got like conventions on the brain right now, and it's kind of driving me for a loop. After all, we just completed our own Master Universe convention, which was absolutely freaking bonkers. That was insane, and thank you to everybody who helped support us with that. It was literally a dream come true. My friend Mike of Attorney of Royalty, AJ of HeMania.com, Play Mode 2, Sean, and of course Micah Beyond. And all of the staff at Motooniverse, we really thank everybody for coming out and supporting us. It was an absolute blast. We're not going to talk too much about that at the beginning, but I did want to just give a huge thank you to everybody. We are starting to post up a lot of the panels, which were actually at the show. I think earlier today we posted up. Let me just bring it up really quick. That way you can see exactly what I'm talking about. It's youtube.com/Motooniverse. That's at Motooniverse. It was great. Again, hanging out with everybody, just participating in all the different events and panels that were going on. And today, other than the time lapse that we posted up a little while ago, where you can see everybody was there. I'm just kidding. It was busy as f, and it was great to be there. You guys had to be there. Seriously, it was amazing. And I hope to see most of you guys, more of you guys at the next one in 2027. That's right. We are doing another one in 2027. It's going to be a freaking blast. The first year anniversary of the Master Universe movie, the 40th anniversary of the Masters of the Universe 1987 movie, and of course, the basically just celebrating Master Universe in all of its entirety. It's going to be an absolute blast. But we just posted up the weapons demonstration by Anthony DeLongis. Anthony DeLongis, as I found out that's actually how you pronounce his name. I don't know. I'm from Canada. We speak French, so I thought it was DeLonghi, but apparently it is DeLongis. I don't know how that works, but it's Anthony's name, and that's how he says it. So that's what it is. It's Anthony DeLongis. After all, I say GIF. People say GIF, and originally it was supposed to, like, the creator says it's GIF, so I'm sticking by that. Anyway, the 1987 movie Blade, Anthony DeLongis. Live weapons demonstration. You can learn all about it from the man himself. He does a whip demonstration too. Freaking Indiana freaking Jones. And it was a packed house in there. By the way, we do have to talk to the Torrance Marriott. There was no freaking air conditioning in that room. It was just absolutely horrible. It was like being in a sauna. Like, I really am hugely grateful to everybody who stuck it out. It was literally like just baking in there. It was crazy. And of course, by the end of it, Anthony was sweating buckets. I mean, he's swinging around swords. He's freaking doing whip demonstrations. He's telling people how to use, dual wielding lightsabers. It had it all. Like, it was a crazy. It really was just a huge, crazy panel. You guys have to watch it. It was a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoy it. Head over to Motooniverse_con, youtube.com/@Motooniverse_con on YouTube. Check out all the videos we have up there and all of our live streams. We have a whole bunch of live streams there celebrating the events and everything that was coming during the build up to Motooniverse. It was absolutely amazing. But today, keeping on the Master Universe type of idea, just before we get into the main topic, over at MattelCreations.com, something dropped today which kind of blew up my mind. And I wanted to share this with you guys because our good friend Master Versatile Toy Hunter warmed me up to this, and I just wanted to share it with you. The fandom days are happening in 3 days, 15 hours, and 15 minutes. 6 days of deals, new items, and added every single day. Members save an extra 10%. We did talk about earlier that the Ultimate Ally. That's right. Spoilers ahead, everybody. If you haven't watched the Masters of the Universe movie, I'm sorry to say it, but in 3, 2, 1, I'm going to spoil it for you. Orko does show up in the Masters of the Universe movie, and Mattel has decided to spoil everybody rotten as Orko is now being offered as a Chronicles figure. That's right, everybody, with light up eyes. This is awesome. The little blue buddy of He-Man is going to be an action figure. It's going to be awesome. He's available for pre-order right now as a timed edition. So you guys have, I think, 14 days to order Orko. So don't sleep on that one. You don't want to miss out on getting Orko the Great for the Master of the Universe Chronicles collection. We got K-pop hunters. We got nerd stuff and sword things. We got Master Universe dolls, power for storytelling. We've even got Supergirl. Anybody who's going to watch Supergirl, let me know. I want to find out how it is because it doesn't look that terribly interesting to me, but it might be interesting to you. And who knows? Maybe you can change my mind. I don't know. I've been wrong before. But scrolling all the way down past all these things, there it is. There is what Masterversal Toy Hunter told everybody about today. Mattel Creations at SDCC. The countdown begins. 28 days, 15 hours, and 49 minutes. My goodness, it's only 28 days till SDCC. This is crazy. And Mattel's going to be there at the Comic-Con International 2026. It's going to be freaking awesome. Hitting play on this, it's just a little intro. But if we explore, this is where things kind of get weird. But I think it's because they're leading up to it. But right now, they're showing some exclusives for SDCC. The first thing that we see is the upside down Flip the Bird from Top Gun. Right? This was an iconic moment in the Top Gun movie where Maverick and Goose float upside down on one of the MiGs. And basically, they flip the bird to their Russian counterparts. Lots of fun. So there it is, the Hot Wheels Top Gun 40th Anniversary Flip the Bird set. It says Canadian prices now. Let me fix that. Hold on. I don't know why it switched to Canadian. But I'm Canadian! Maybe that's why I did it. I don't know. I'm just as confused as you are, guys. But there it is. The Flip the Bird set, $35 USD. There we go. Not all that funny money that we have up here in Canada, which is worth nothing. Canadian dollars worth nothing. Anyway, we have a Stranger Things Hot Wheels set for 10th anniversary. There's the kidnapper van, the Hawkins Power and Light. My God, if that's not a pedo van, I don't know what is. We also have the Hot Wheels K-pop Demon Hunters Porsche 911 GT3 R. This one's $30. Looking really cool. And I like the fact it's the little cat in the movie. That is so awesome. And we do have the WWE Rockin' Wrestling Connection 3-pack. Cyndi Lauper, what's it called? Captain Lou Albano, and Roddy Piper. Awesome. I believe it is the Ultimates pack. But noticeably missing is anything Barbie. You thought I was going to say the other thing. But noticeably missing is anything Barbie and anything Masters of the Universe. What's going on? What is going on? Well, I got to tell you, they're probably going to do a reveal for SDCC. And then, you know what? All of us Toy Tubers are going to be covering it, so it's going to be freaking awesome. Jay of Good.Live is probably going to be there. So is more than likely Pixel Dan, and of course, Kyle, who's going to be covering all the WWE stuff. It's Kyle Peterson. It's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, a lot of great stuff happening in with Mattel. But I just wanted to put that out there because again, the countdown for SDCC is upon us, everybody. It's going to be freaking crazy. So mark your calendars down. 28 days. Where'd it go? 28 days, 15 minutes. 28 days, 15 hours, and 46 minutes to go. Mattel will be there, and we will be there at San Diego Comic-Con 2026. It's going to be an absolute blast. So today, and I've been mentioning this for a little while now, the road to JoeFest 2026 is upon us, everybody. JoeFest, of course, being the toy and comic show for Augusta, Georgia. Fun fact about Augusta, Georgia, you got to travel quite a bit to get to Augusta from the airport. I did not know that when the first time I got there. It's quite the trek. It's not off the airport, man. It is another few towns away, man. It's crazy. It's pretty far. It's pretty far to get there, but it is well worth the trek. It's well worth the adventure to get to Georgia. And this, of course, is the mecca for Joe fans all over the world. happening at Yojo June 26th to 28th in Augusta, Georgia, at the Augusta Marriott Convention Center. 65,000 square feet of toys, comics, books, and amazing guests. It's a lot of fun. I've been there for the last couple of years. Sadly, I will not be there this year. I have too many things on the go right now, and I got to save up some money for San Diego Comic-Con this year. But the Delta 17 crew will be there, along with so many other wonderful toy creators, including Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. I think Ramen Toy might not be there this year, but they will have representation this year, so that's always good. I might be wrong though. The Ace might be making the trek down. I'm not 100% sure, but there's a lot of great vendors that are going this year, so it's gonna be freaking awesome. Taking a really quick look at this, there's a guest list. Usually they have the toy vendors. Here it is, vendors and Artist Alley. So yeah, they are still actually they don't even have. It's funny because usually they actually have the list of. Oh, there they are. Yeah, here we go. Sorry, it's on the front page right away. So Super 7 has been confirmed to be at JoeFest, so that's awesome. A lot of other manufacturing, independent toy companies are going to be there as well. Just looking at a really quick look, we have a whole bunch of podcasters going as well. Eternia Dreams is probably going to be at JoeFest 100%. We also have Sergeant Slaughter, wonderful guest, is going to be there. Larry Hama, as always, is going to be at JoeFest. It's always great to see Larry Hama. I saw him last year, and it was a blast. There he is holding. Oh God, what is that thing? Looks like Samantha Newark is coming back as Jem, the voice of Jem. Dan Gilvason, who of course played Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, and he was God. Now my geek card is out. I had the freaking G.I. Joe toy too, but that pilot guy. Somebody help me in the comment section. You guys know who I'm talking about. It's not Ripcord. Who is it again? Hold on for a second. Let me just. I know this is killing me, man. Hold on. See, this is where things kind of get stupid in this thing. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep going because you know what? I'm gonna turn in my geek card after this. Okay. The voice of Storm Shadow, Keon Young, is gonna be at JoeFest. Along with my good friend Guy Dorian Sr., who did a lot of wonderful covers, as well as worked on a whole bunch of books for G.I. Joe, for Marvel, DC, IDW. He's done an amazing work. You guys got to meet him, incredible artist. Rod Wingham is also going to be there, another wonderful addition to the show. Same thing with Daryl Deprest, who also worked on a whole bunch of different collectible books and archives editions. From Hasbro, Brian Wilk. I don't know if he was a former. Was he a former executive or what was he? Oh, he was a designer. He was a designer at Hasbro. John Earl is going to be there as well. And I'm looking for the toy. Not that I'm not interested in the guests, but I really am looking for all the toy guys who are actually manufacturing toys. But our good friend Ken of Toy Connections is going to be there. A Punk with Toys, always good to see. Lawrence. The Audible Interlude is going to be there as well. And here we go. So I should have just went here. Troy McKay, J.E. Russell, and Delta 17, of course. Guys, they got some exclusives that are going to be announced at the show. So you guys got to be there. It's going to be awesome. I can't say anything. About Delta 17 right now, which is a shame because they really are awesome. The Marauder Gunrunners, they're going to be there as well. Same thing with Skeletron, wonderful toy line. Oh my God, you guys! If you haven't picked up a Skeletron yet, you might have a chance at JoeFest 2026. Black Ops Studios, of course. Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. We just mentioned them earlier in the show. Jason's going to be there. Creative Beast Studios, these guys are freaking killing it. If you're into dinosaurs, you definitely got to check out the Beast of the Mesozoic era, man. They're freaking crazy. Whiskey Jack's Legend of the Hidden Force is going to be there as well. Another 3 3/4 inch toy. Ramen Toy is going. Yay! I was wondering about that. And of course, Savage Crucible, who was at Motuniverse. You got to see them. They got some brand new offerings coming on the way, and they look amazing. Chicken Fried Toys is going to be there. They have the official license for Cops and Crooks. Although that's kind of in flux right now. It's a really weird situation. Longbow, Call Sign, is going to be there. Call Sign Longbow. Eagle Force. Love the 3 3/4 inch and, of course, 6-inch figures that are all going to be there. And, of course, other toy tubers and podcasters are going to be there. It's going to be an absolute blast. And who else is going to be there? Well, let me tell you. We got a lot of great guests on the show tonight. And one of them is my good friend, Travis, who is going to be there and going to be showcasing his brand new line. I say brand new line, but it's been around for a little while. But no, seriously, his brand new updated line of display Hex-A-Stacks. And let's bring him in. Let's bring him in right now, guys. Please help me welcome Mr. Wonderful himself. What's going on, Travis? What's going on, dude? How you doing today?
How's it going, brother? Thank you for having me.
Not too bad. Always, brother. Always. Anytime. Awesome. I always love talking about Hex-A-Stacks. You know.
Thank you, man. You've been a new supporter since the beginning, so I really appreciate it.
I was like, so. Fun fact about me and Travis. It was fun meeting him at PowerCon. PowerCon back in 2023. Okay, and it was hilarious because when I met Travis, I walked by his booth 3 times before realizing there was something there. I'm not gonna lie, there was no sign, there was like a tablecloth, and there were these action figures on top of these cool, really awesome displays. And I remember stopping there, looking at him like, "Dude, what are you selling?" he proceeds to tell me about what he's doing and why he's there, and I was like, okay, you got a Kickstarter going? He's like, yeah. I look up the Kickstarter and it doesn't even have a video, and I was like, oh my god, bro, what the heck? What are you doing?
Amateur hour, brother. Amateur hour. You know,
it was so much fun.
I missed PowerCon, man. That was a great time, dude.
It was great, dude. It was
top 5 experiences, hanging out with everybody, getting an opportunity to be around the folks there. That was so cool.
Good, man. And you know what? I felt so bad. I was like, bro, let me help you. I grabbed all of this freaking. I was like gonna run away with him, man. He was like, Jay, don't run away. I was like, I grabbed him.
No, you were good, man.
I spent all night making a crappy video for him. It was funny as hell.
No, it was a good help. It was good help to have that.
I just felt so bad. I was like, what was the plan there, Trey? What was the plan?
Lessons learned, man. You know, so much. I came up with the idea. Everybody's like, oh, you got to get it. Well, I never really did the video editing, things like that. It wasn't really my space. I was getting into 3D printing and stuff, and found the design. Came up with a design that I wanted to, and bring it to fruition. And the idea was if we could make it and we could do it as Kickstarter, try to push it out to the injection molding faster. We didn't succeed, but I still, and I specifically use the words we didn't succeed with the Kickstarter, because so often people get, they failed, or, it didn't fund and things like that. But to me, it was still a success because the amount of networking and connections I made, people like you and others, lit that fire and that motivation. Because I've always been a very creative person. I've always had, ideas and bringing things to fruition. So like having that support of the community, like yourself and Oz and, the Hella Dope guys and Terrence and just so many people across the board. And I'm sure I'm forgetting like a dozen names plus. But, I knew I had something there, and, figure it out, right? Sometimes you build the plane while it's flying, right? We'll put the tires on at the end, and we'll make sure we can land at some point, and we got there. One thing you did mention is I will be at JoeFest. I actually am not going to be at JoeFest this year. What I am is I partnered with Terrence Next Toys and his company Creative Realms. So he's actually been really helpful. Even since like late last year, he came up and he said, "Hey, Travis, I know you have a hard time kind of making the towns, as they say in the wrestling business, right? You know, but I'm going to be making the towns, and I'm bringing my booth. Love to, you know, along with everything else he's curated, you know, from Tide Realms, Corsair, and, you know, the other things that he's been working on. And I got to be careful what I say, because I don't want to slip up and say something I'm not supposed to. So I'm just going to leave it at that. You know, he's got a bunch of stuff down at his booths down in JoeFest, and he's bringing Hex-A-Stack with him up and down the coast. So he's been making the towns for me, as they say. And we've worked together on a, you know, a concept, this a colorways promotion for an exclusive limited run of some Hex-A-Stack that's kind of branded in you know, a combat green and an enemy blue style. And we also released a peg foot holder that not only supports the you know your classified figures, but we also have another one that you can get which can support the classic figures. So your 3 3/4, and you know, there's some pictures on the website which highlight and show, you know, you can use the you know, Delta 17 and other figures like that with those stands now. So those are being brought down to JoeFest. The first time you're able to get them is at JoeFest. We have been taking pre-orders since last Friday online, but as a the way I pointed out is, if you want them first, get them at JoeFest. If you want to guarantee you get them, pre-order them. Because we're taking the pre-orders, we are fulfilling the pre-orders, but they aren't going to be fulfilled until after JoeFest. To respect those that appear, you know, go to JoeFest and want to get something in hand, they can go ahead and grab those from the Creative Realms booth down there. So yeah, and thank you for pulling that up. I appreciate that. If you click up on the shop on the top there, don't know exactly where it went to. Yeah, right here. If you scroll down, you can see the colorways. So we have the combat green colorway right there. If you click in there, there's some additional pictures. Comes with a 5-pack, so you get what's seen in that picture right there. Not only are they, you know, special color, but traditionally the Hex-A-Stack lids, flex caps, those top pieces, and the ones at the ground level, they're typically flat and don't have a specific texture to them. What we did for this is give it like that military grade, you know, great kind of look to them. So you can see that, and you can see each one of these classified and Dalaverse figures standing on there, and you can even see the foot pegs that are used for the 3 3/4 figures. And then we have some pictures just kind of highlight the storage that's available in the other stands, because these aren't just about displaying your and curating your figures. It's also about having a way to store your accessories, so you're not carrying around a bunch of Ziploc bags or misplacing things. So, you know, I've got a lot of really good positive feedback on the storage in these, and that kind of makes them unique, you know, more unique than most of other stands that are out there, is you have the ability to store your stuff with them. And, you know, both from consumers, spouses who are sick and tired of seeing their stuff in disarray, but even retailers are looking at this and going, you know, we have a lot of open box figures that were, you know, standing, they're always falling over, and we got to tie strings to them for prices, and we got to, you know, stick a Ziploc bag by their feet and try to keep everything together. That we're even in talks with retailers about using this as a display stand that they can curate their you know, retail space too. So a lot of real positive feedback on that. But right now, the big piece is these limited runs. They'll only be available to purchase until Monday after JoeFest. So we've only got about 5 or 6 days left pre-order. And then there is a limited supply in hand if you want to be one of the first people to get it down at JoeFest.
Awesome. And you did mention that they have these little foot pegs. You want to talk a little bit about those?
Yeah, sorry. It's so natural to me that it's a part of it. I don't even think to do it. So if you could scroll up for a second to one of the figures right there, you know, you can see right there where we have this figure. They've got the foot peg, which has kind of the universal slide in, yep, right there. And then you have the one for the 375. It's a little different. It's smaller and fits a different scale figure. It's a removable peg system, which is part of the patented design I came up with. So that way, because the whole idea behind Hex-A-Stack came from, I have a 22-year-old son now, and I have a 15-year-old son. And at the time, 3 years ago, you know, they were in that part of life where they were less play and more display, or in my case, is just throwing stuff around. And, you know, but my son being an artist, and we started talking about getting some way to display them on the shelves and clean it up a little bit, kind of move on beyond the on the floor play. But there wasn't anything out there at the time that I could find that would suit the needs of classifieds, the Valaverse, the Mattel Ultimate, the Elites and Ultimates, and then the Power Ranger Lightning. Even though some of these products were created by the same manufacturers, oftentimes they don't use the same tooling for those parts. Whether it be a neck joint, an arm piece, waist things, and more, in this specific situation, the foot pegs. So came up with the idea that if we could create a stand that could be used for everyone and have a removable component, specifically the universal foot peg, having that be able to be removed, you have a way to use the same display system regardless of the figures. And then as I started diving into the community, I started finding all these independent toy lines like those you mentioned earlier, Delta 17, Savage Crucible, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, Jada toys, all sorts of toys, and all using different foot pegs. I've been able to design a multitude of foot pegs. So we have the Type A, the Type B, the Type C, and upcoming is the Type D. And we've just recently released the Type 375, which is for that 3 3/4 scale figure. The Type A is kind of a little bit bigger. The standard one is Type C. It's just how I came up with them. Type C fits your more, in stock store, classified figures, your Black Series, things like that. Your Type B is going to fit like SH Figure Arts, some female feet, as they're a little bit smaller oftentimes, and some of the Mattel female figures. So the Type B offers that, and then the Type A is kind of like a bigger figure, not an ogre from Four Horsemen, but some of the larger Four Horsemen, base figures and things like that. So and I'm continuing to work on other ones to expand those options. There's 26 letters in the alphabet, and we've only used 3, almost 4 of them now. So there's plenty of room to grow and adjust that. And we also have, which is launching on Monday after JoeFest, flight stands. So I have an entire functionality built within the system that was all curated as part of the modular design to allow for a flight stand that is both structurally sound and strong, and works within the curated Hex-A-Stack ecosystem. Questions for me?
Yeah, no, that's excellent, brother. Seriously, great stuff. It's looking great.
Thank you.
So these ones though are limited edition, right? As I understand.
Yeah.
They are only available for JoeFest. Is that correct?
So their pre-order went on sale on Friday night last week at 9:00, and they will run online until Monday after JoeFest. So I think it's like the 29th. Mm-hmm. We'll take it down on the 29th. It'll no longer be available for purchase. You'll have that small window and the stock that's available at JoeFest. So only what's available during that time will these ones be available. It's a limited colorways run. We've got some other ideas and things like that may come down in the future.
As you said, it's not just the colorways, right? There's a diamond pattern,
yes,
on the Hex-A-Stacks on this one, which is unique, as it's very militaristic style, right?
And if you go back a page real quick, Jay, there's the blue ones too, which I think the blue, like the green has kind of almost like a grassy look to it, but you can see the enemy blue ones here too, where it's again same pattern, but it's with the blue color, and works the same way and using the same Hex-A-Stack modular system.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, these are awesome, and they are available as the green ones are a limited edition, available only. And actually, they're both limited edition, right? The blue,
green and blue. So, yeah, it's the combat green and the enemy blue are limited edition. We'll stop taking orders on June 29th after JoeFest.
All right.
Give folks an opportunity to see them in person and grab them on site. Like I said, there's a limited supply there, so if you want to get it and guarantee you get it, go get there fast and early at the Creative Realms booth. And then if you aren't able to get them there, there will be available to order them online as there is today until the 29th.
Excellent. And you know what? Speaking of which, the man himself, Terrence, is actually in the chat. What's going on, all my friends? The Realms, yes, of course, Creative Realms. Really great stuff. Congratulations again, Terrence, on a wonderful campaign. Terrence hit me up and said, "Jay, can you help?" I said, "I don't think you need it, but I can definitely give you a shot. I mean, I can definitely help you out if you want. But you know, we did our best. I'm just joking. We did our best, and you know what? It ended up really strong. Congratulations to everybody at the team. It was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, that was a great one.
Making final mission preparations for Operation Hex-A-Stack at JoeFest. Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's a secret convoy on its way down from the northeast that may have partnered with some folks that we're all too familiar with to get that package in hand. So
there you go.
Yeah.
It's going to be great to see them there in person and on display. Guys, definitely check out the Creative Realms booth. You can see the Corsairs and, of course, Hex-A-Stack while you're there. Jermaine Hunter's in the house. What's going on, Jermaine? How you doing, brother? All right. Looks like Jermaine has a prediction because we still haven't heard anything about any HasLabs this year for G.I. Joe, which, as you know,
they said they weren't doing it.
There's the thing, right? So, as you know, Travis, they usually traditionally announce them at San Diego Comic-Con, right? So, Jermaine saying Thunder Machine. I'm calling it now. How you been, Mega J? You know, brother, I would love to see a Thunder Machine, but I don't want to see it as a HasLab. I think the Thunder Machine is small enough that it can be done at retail, even if it's just a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. What are your thoughts, Travis?
No, I completely agree. I from what I had to look it up to make sure I knew what it is, but it's the one typically associated with the Dreadnoughts, right?
It is the Dreadnoughts.
Yeah. So I looked it up to see, and scale wise, I feel like it's right in line with what we've seen already that hits retail.
Yeah, I think so too, and I really hope so because I do not want to have to crowdfund the Thunder Machine. That thing is iconic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so small too, comparison to what they.
Slipstream.
I feel like that's definitely something they can do.
Thank you, Travis. Slipstream. Again, I'm going to be handing in my geek card after this. It was Slipstream who was in that. Who is voiced by that young man. Okay, Terrence. It was called the Slime Pit. What? What are we talking about here? Hold on. Here it is. Mythic Dolphin. Good to see the Mythic Dolphin. Always the angel of Kickstarters. Thank you, Mythic Dolphin. Please help Government Makers Kickstarter as they are less than 2 days away and need $58,000 for their project fund. So you probably weren't there, Mythic Dolphin, but I did actually do a specific live stream for Danny and Esther. Very, very, very much for them for the most part. And I'm not giving up. I'll be doing the final countdown on the day of the final day. And you know what? It's a great project. I love it. Travis, have you seen the Government Makers? Because
I was on the stream with those guys. I had seen it popping up in my Instagram for a bit. I think I saw it maybe even on Facebook. And then when I joined a few weeks ago, when you guys did the stream with Terrence and Creative Realms for Quaid's Tide Realms Corsairs, I know you had them on and spoke a little bit about their upcoming Kickstarter. Saw the passion in, I think you said his name's Danny. I may have the names wrong.
Danny
I apologize.
Yep.
Yeah. Danny and Esther. I saw the passion as they were talking about it and whatnot. And I think it's a really cool. I haven't backed it yet. I definitely need to go look at that now. It's definitely something that I think's got that Plunderlings, almost reminds me of Fraggle Rock almost to some degree. Muppets and stuff. So it's really cool. But yeah, definitely a cool Kickstarter. So I know we had them on then. We were all together at one point, and I thought I saw and caught a show maybe a week ago that you had them on hyping up. Yeah.
And we're going to keep hyping them up. We're going to keep going all the way until 10 a.m. Friday morning. So guys, help us to get to the finish line for Government Makers. Thank you, Mythic Dolphin, as always. Terrence, I backed them as much as I could. Thank you, brother. Really appreciate that. Alex from SKN News. What's going on, Alex? Always good to see Alex. Mythic Dolphin, we've been pushing the Kickstarter as well. Government Makers is one of the best lines from some truly great creators. Absolutely. Hector,
and I just want to jump in on that Gummit Up piece too. One of the things I really, and this is just my passion, whenever it comes to these independent toys, is if you can have an associated lore, it automatically gets bonus points in my book, right? I know they always say with your Kickstarters to do a good, better, best, offering and things like that. But I always say, add a lore in there, and Mr. Wonderful will be all about it because I love to eat up somebody else's story and enjoy it. And from what I've seen, I thought they've done a great job, and knowing that they've got future. So if somebody listening right now hasn't checked them out, and you're somebody who's into that lore and that idea of another world, definitely check this out. It's very creative and unique. So sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Jay, but I wanted to make sure.
No, you're absolutely right. And to be honest with you, Travis, I actually told Esther and Danny that you really got to get the story going, because one thing I think that will really get people invested is when they start hearing about how Gum It Up works. Like, what is Gum It Up? What do they do? How is gum used in this universe? To create objects, right? Like, what does it mean, right? And you know what? They revealed, as you saw in that live stream, they revealed a little bit of it that day, and that animatic is just
wasn't that the video?
Yeah,
wasn't that little video? Yeah. That was so freaking cool when we got to see that. I think
it was freaking
awesome. That was awesome.
And I hope that they put that in the Kickstarter. I'm going to remind them tonight. Add that to the Kickstarter, right? It's just something that really gets people excited. And once they start seeing that there's more to these characters and more characters are coming, I think it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I just backed it myself. I actually, while we were on screen, I became backer 211. So
thank you, brother.
Good luck, guys. I really hope it comes to fruition.
100%. The Titan. What's up, MGR? Not going to JoeFest? No, sadly, I will. It's a bit too expensive right now. I have the Canadian dollar is absolute garbage right now. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you watch my live stream a couple days ago, I literally lost it, realizing just how crap the Canadian dollar was. I could not believe it. And I had to really start thinking twice about what I'm doing, because it's going to cost me a lot of money to go to San Diego. And JoeFest this year was just a little bit too out of my price range in terms of like how many conventions I have to visit this year. So yeah, I had to drop one of them, and unfortunately, I can't really drop SDCC. I have to go. I'm going to be there for the Flipboard panel. There's a lot of things happening that week, and I'm going to be there all week. So it is a drain on my wallet. It's going to be absolutely crazy. I mean,
I got to get over there sometime.
Food in California is just ridiculous, but it's so good. It's so filling, so great.
They say
one day we got to go together, man. It's going to be great.
Oh, definitely. They say though, Jay, won't you be my neighbor? There's houses over here, man. You spend so much time visiting us. You know
what? One day I hope that someone will help sponsor me, because I would like to get some sort of, like, maybe I can find somebody who's willing to hire me, and we'll get the visa going or whatever. But for now, I'm stuck up here in Canada. But I have an exit strategy of some sort. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. Like Mike and I, we started a business together. I mean, Motooniverse did really well. So
you can come out on an L1, man. Your leadership, you're a critical person. You file an L1 visa because you're critical to the environment. I know how that stuff works.
There you go. We'll work it out. Giraffe, Eternity of Dreams at JoeFest? Yes. Storm the Gates, Motu. Oh yeah, Eternity of Dreams have been there a couple times. They've been there a couple times. Dan Gilvazen? Slipstream? Yes, it was Slipstream. See, you guys, again, I'll hand him my geek card after the stream. Always wanted that Conquest toy. Come on, Classified. Yes. A lot of great things to look forward to. Ace Roman toy and Savage Crucibles will all be there. Yes, Titan. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, the Savage. So what I've heard, Jay, we did a JoeFest exclusive show on Sunday night this past week. It's our third annual. And one of the things I was talking to the guys about who've attended JoeFest a number of years, Punk with Toys, Axion Figs, and Skunkworks, we were talking, the Ace vehicle, they believe to be one of the fast, like, there's a vehicle they're going to have there. I don't even remember which one it is, but they expect that to be one of the fastest selling items. And probably something, because there's going to be a very limited stock, from my understanding.
It's probably going to be the Wolverine, or
maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, so they have a couple of the basically the Maulers. They have the version of the Mauler tanks, right? So they look awesome. They really do. The one's called the Hunter. The other one's called the Wolverine, and the other one's called the Amphisbaenia. Don't ask me to say that again. Please don't ask me to say that again. The Amphisbaenia. I don't even know what the heck why he chose that name is beyond me. Amphisbaenia,
to make us all struggle.
Here's a tip, Ace. Here's a tip. Use names that people can say, because no one like, seriously, like, if you can't say it, no one's gonna buy it. Okay, I'm just kidding.
Right.
But seriously, it's easier if you know how to say it because all of a sudden, like, what are you buying from Remember Toys? I'm buying the Amphibian. Can you say, Travis? Try it. Say it. Go ahead.
No, the amphibious bania, like it's gonna be horrible. You don't want me saying it. I'm not gonna be a good promoter for pronunciation.
Say it. Say it.
Amphibious Ono. I don't know.
Amphibian.
Yeah, that one. That one.
My God, you know how long it took me to figure that one out? Hector Cesare, what's up, Giraffe? What's going on, dude? Hey, Brian's in the house.
Hey, man.
I won't be able to see you this year, Brian. I'm sorry, but next time. Hey, Jay and Travis, good to see you, Brian. Always good to see the Endless Fables. Guys, if you haven't already, please head over to Instagram and subscribe to Endless Fables. Wonderful toy photographer. Awesome toy photographer.
He's awesome.
Kid Chuckle's in the house. What's going on, kid? Always good to see the Kid Chuckle. Thank you so much for always popping in, brother. Clint Jorgensen, Jay, are you going to JoeFest? Sadly, no, brother. That was the first time I saw Clint in real life, and then I saw Clint a second time at JoeFest for literally 20 minutes. He bought me a freaking hamburger. He bought me 2 hamburgers.
Oh, nice.
It was crazy. It was, and I didn't even eat one. I'm so sad. I ate the fries. I ate the fries, Clint. I ate the fries, and then the rest of it was devoured by the rest of the staff because they were starving. So, Clint,
sure.
you did right by the fan. You did right by the staff. Don't worry about it. But you and I gotta get dinner one day. I think that I'll buy you dinner, Clint. I'll buy you dinner. Who's Mr. Wonderful? I have no idea who that is.
That guy's cool. He's
some dude named Mr. Wonderful. Snell's World's in the house. Good to see you, Snell. I'm calling. It's going to be the Night Raven. Go big or go home. They are not doing a crowdfund this year, right? They're not going to do a HasLab.
That's what they said.
Yeah,
that's why it would make even more sense what the other guy mentioned.
Yeah.
And
the Night Raven would
be a HasLab.
The Night Raven is like a 6-inch Night Raven is half the size of a flag.
I'm looking at it right now. It's big,
bro. It's half the size of a flag. I'm telling you. So Snell, I love your enthusiasm. I do. But a Night Raven, dude, that's crazy. I would think they would do. I think they would do a Sky Striker, a 6-inch Sky Striker first, because and I know they just did a Sky Striker. You know what I mean? But that was 3 3/4 inch.
Right. That came out just before a couple of the other HasLabs.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting, but I don't know.
It'll be interesting because they even if I'm assuming this to be accurate because I didn't do any research on it afterwards, but they just announced today the Tomb Raider. Is that accurate? Like
yes. We're gonna
Lara Croft.
We're gonna have a peek at that.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. We will. Don't worry. Clint Jorgensen. If I look up the comments, it looks like you may not be here. See you at Motuniverse 2. Yeah, it's absolutely Motuniverse 2. Absolutely, Clint. And like I said, we'll go for dinner. Okay, brother. I'll buy you dinner. Jermaine Hunter. But if they do have a HasLab, what do you think what would you guys like to see? I would love to see a Raven. I'm not gonna lie, but that thing will be massive. It will be literally half the size of a flag. It will be. Travis, what are you looking forward to if they do a HasLab?
I don't even know. I've kind of shifted away from the G.I. Joe stuff recently. I've been so neck deep in the fantasy figures like the Horsemen and the Savage Crucible and Warriors of the Kingdom. I haven't even really thought about some of the vehicles. I don't even know, man. Give me a USS flag. Give me the flag. If you want to talk, somebody in the chat just mentioned go big or go home. No. Let's really go big or go home.
So obviously, Rowdy Studios already did the USS 6-inch scale flag. It is massive. Again, I don't know how that guy isn't divorced. Met him at JoeFest last year. He brought in a whole bunch of different prototypes for so many different action figures and vehicles which have not yet been produced and are 6-inch scale. And it was awesome seeing all that stuff. Wow. I got to post that video, really. I don't know why I haven't posted that.
That would be cool.
I really should post that video. It's freaking awesome. Necotronus. Nicotronus. I have my classified thunder machine. There's no reason Hasbro couldn't do it at retail for $150. It's a freaking 2-seater. I hear you, brother. I hear you. But look, in my opinion, the Snowcat did not have to be a HasLab. But that's just me. That's just me, right? I what do I know, right? But it was a HasLab. Go figure. And It sold reasonably well, right? Giraffe. Is it like Clay Fighter but with gum? No. It's a very different story. Like Clay Fighter is fun, but it's not. Clay Fighter is just a bunch of random characters that are made of clay. Like there's no real story there. Giraffe. Hopefully, fruit-shaped zebra. Fruit-shaped zebra is in it. No, nothing quite
The
like
whale
that.
would be cool. The whale would be
Oh
cool.
yes, I think a whale would be very, very cool. 100%. The Titan. You'll be missing JoeFest, but I get it. Good luck surviving Canuckistan. Canuckistan. Wow. We're not that bad, dude. We're not that bad. Jeez Louise. By the way, it's Scarberia, by the way, just so you know. I used to live in Scarberia. Lady Virgo Cool. What's going on, Lady Virgo Cool? One half of the roughshod stocks. I'm sorry, Lady Virgo Cool. We will not be seeing each other again this year, which is sad. See you in a few days, brother. From another mother, MJR. I'm sorry, girl. Not going to be able to see you this year. So sad. It's always great to see the roughshod stocks and Lady Virgo, but not this year, sadly. The Titan. Amphisbaena. There you go, Travis. One more. Try it. You can try it. Two-head serpent from mythology. Sure. I'll take your word for it, Titan. I will take your word for it, brother. Amphisbaena. Seriously, Ace. Pick names people can all say. Just pick them. Stell, I don't care. I'll hang it from the ceiling. LOL, dude. That thing's gonna crack you in the skull once it drops from the ceiling. My God, you better have that thick gauge fishing line, man. Holy crap!
Yeah,
that thing's gonna literally crack your skull. Endless Fables. They have Hasbro is moving. The way I'm gonna say the way Hasbro is moving. They may be why they paused HasLabs.
Oh, because they're moving their location from Rhode
I
Island.
get that, but I doubt that. That wouldn't stop business from moving, man. That's not how that works. I think they're kind of stuck. I think they've run out of vehicles that they can, resize. They were going to have to get creative.
I think that's probably where they're at right now. Is they've exhausted like what they feel comfortable trying to market for the HasLab, like from a consumer pricing tolerance. I also think it might be because just the economy. There's so much going on right now. Why put something out there that may not succeed that they can say, you know what? We're selling enough other product. Let's hold on to HasLab this year. Let's build it up for next year. That way it gives people a little bit of rest on their wallet. And then we can come back with something even bigger, maybe better, maybe the Tomahawk or something next year. Who knows?
Exactly. I totally agree. You know what I mean? Like that seems very, very, very reasonable. And we'll see, because there are a lot of smaller vehicles which can be created in 6-inch scale.
Which don't need to be HasLab, right?
Exactly.
That's I think the key. I think that's the key,
right? So maybe the HasLab model is can put on pause for G.I. Joe. You just never know. There's the roughshod stocks. There they are. What's up, Mike Jay and Travis in chat? Good to see you, brother. Enjoy JoeFest. I will not be there, sadly, but you guys, I know you guys will represent, so it's all good. Endless Fables, Motuniverse for one day. It's just way too close to me. It's just way too close to me. I'm sorry, brother. One day. We'll make it work, bro. We'll make it work. We missed you.
I need PowerCon back.
PowerCon's coming back. 2027. 2027.
I need it like it was last time. I need it like it was last time in Ohio. So we can get that crew together. That was an awesome event.
Travis, if you can make it to MotuFest in Kentucky, let's meet. Let's go. Let's go, bro.
So this year's going to be hard. Be hard, but I know Terrence. I think Terrence is supposed to be there.
I believe so.
Maybe I'm wrong. So I think. So Hex-A-Stack, if wherever there's a Creative Realms booth, there will be Hex-A-Stack in tow. So that is the goal moving forward. But I would like to try to make some towns. I know Terrence and I are planning to discuss
make the town, bro. At least make one of our towns, man. It'll happen.
Yeah, I'll be at Legion's Con this year.
There you go. Right, that's awesome.
Big opportunity there.
Ready Toys Thunder Machine 2. Yep. Roughshod Stocks. Mary J, please remind me what your connection is to Delta 17. I've been helping the Delta 17 crew. I think ever since their second out round at JoeFest, and it was awesome. I also helped with their website, and I have helped with the comic book. So yeah, I'm really good friends with Steve and with Ken, and I do my best to support those guys 100%. So
I just saw Joe Ricondo a week ago.
Joe!
He lives literally down the road. He lives down the road from me.
Dude, Joe. He's freaking awesome.
Yeah, Joe Ricondo's awesome.
You should just hitch a ride with Joe. I know, actually, never mind. That truck can't hold all three of you guys. It's impossible. You could probably fit in the trailer. Nicotronis, Lady Virgo, I know, right? Lady Virgo, cool. And, of course, Roughshod. Always good to see. Salesword, I'm printing out the classified striker to go with the Gigantosaurus. Dude, you're speaking my language, bro. You're speaking my language. Killamani. I don't know how about the crowdfund, but I would like to see another Cobra Commander, the one with the red faceplate. Well, we finally got the hooded Coco.
Yeah.
So, and
that's why anything's available at this point.
Anything's possible.
No,
because
the curtain's pulled down now. Now it's
If Hasbro's going to walk back the whole idea of a hooded Coco, then anything's possible. Anything is possible. I'm sorry, lady. I'm sorry, Lady Virgo. It's all good. Next time. Nicotronus. Night Raven and Classified is almost 7 feet long. The drone alone is about the drone is literally the size of most vehicles. It'd be crazy.
Wow.
And Nicotronus saying hi to Lady Virgo. Cool. Thank you guys for always supporting the channel and popping in. Of course, I am going to miss a lot of you guys as I'm not going to JoeFest myself, but we are counting down the days to JoeFest, and of course, I'm here with my good friend, Mr. Wonderful, the Travis himself. And of course, guys, we just talked about how the Hex-A-Stacks are going to have an exclusive JoeFest Hex-A-Stack available only from yesterday until Monday morning, right?
Monday evening. Yeah, I'll give everybody. I know some people are going to be traveling and stuff. I want to give people the opportunity, yes, to try to get it in person. Maybe they, they're traveling back home. So, ideally get it while it's in stock and bring it home with you. But if for some reason, the short supply that we have available at JoeFest exceeds expectation, and folks, buy them all up, you can still order them online, get yourself situated. A lot of people typically end up being home by Monday night, so it'll come down before Tuesday morning. So you have through Monday to pre-order them online. All pre-orders will be shipped after JoeFest. I'll start shipping stuff out on Monday and Tuesday next week after JoeFest, just to give folks time to get back in there, situated, and also to ensure those that are buying them at JoeFest get that first hands on them. So. And you can see in the pictures that Jay's showing here, you can see the different colorways with the textures. There's also some default pictures just to show the storage capabilities, the interlocking modular system. They come with the different pegs. They come with the Type C pegs. So all of them come with 5 Type C pegs. So every stand can get a figure on them. And they also come with 10 cap blanks. Those are those ones that are a neutral, flat surface. So if you're a pop fan, or you don't need a foot peg, and you don't want a foot peg at all, and you just want tiered positioned stand, like to have the staggered stands on display, you can use those blank caps also. They come with those. Come with 5 stands. Comes with it comes with five flex caps, which are the lids, which can both be used as a lid or a ground level display, as you can see in this picture. So we refer to that piece that they're standing on right there as the flex cap. Comes with 5 of those. The tallest stand in the back there is considered a max stand, and the 2 to the side of that one are the core stands. So it comes with 2 core stands, 1 max stand, a flex cap for each one of those stands, and 2 additional flex caps. And these are all configurable. You can stack them. We had one customer reach out to me and make a massive purchase a couple weeks ago for some stands. They wanted, because when we create things, Jay, and I'm sure you've seen this with things that you've been a part of, people do things that you don't expect, right? So one of the things I saw recently is this one customer went to me and said, hey, I want to, I don't need any core stands. I want to, just focus on the flex caps on the ground, then 1 max stand, and then double stack the max stands behind it for this really, really nice curated Dragon Ball Z setup. So I worked with him, and shortly in the next couple of weeks, we'll have additional expansion packs available to folks, so you can get those additional add-ons beyond just the bundle that you see right now. Again, these are exclusive to the JoeFest specifically, but we have the black and white in stock also still. And those are on. The black ones are in stock and can ship immediately within 24 hours. They're being shipped out every day.
Awesome. So, guys, these are available right now on Hex-A-Stack.com.
Hex-A-Stack.com.
Hex-A-Stack.com. My apologies.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Yeah, and definitely head over there right now. Pick up your limited run blue or green edition of the Hex-A-Stack. Again, free shipping on orders over $75 or more. And basically, the more you buy, the more you save. These are excellent versions. And you guys definitely got to take a look at these things. They're great. And of course, the the real killer for me is definitely these foot pegs. I think they really make things so much easier. They're universal, and again, patent pending, or you've already put a patent on these ones? Because
I don't have it sitting next to me, but it is an official patent. I own the patent. Travis Fitzgerald owns the patent on the Hex-A-Stack, the stands, the modular display system. I actually received a really nice pamphlet. It's about 6 pages thick, all sorts of nice autographs and signatures, and an in your honor document and stuff to give me the official patent. Actually just came in about 2 weeks ago, so that's getting ready to get framed upstairs. So sweet. Yeah, patent in place. It took a little while. Got official notice back in October or November last year, but there's still some delays in the documentation, but that has been procured and received as of, I want to say, like 2 weeks ago.
Absolutely. So guys, I'm putting the link into the chat right now. If you guys want to head over there and pick up your very own limited edition, exclusive for JoeFest right now, Hex-A-Stack in the blue colorway or the green colorway, definitely head over there. Support this great company. Of course, they're doing some amazing work, and they got an actual patented foot peg, man. How often is that?
That's awesome.
Not very often. Not very often.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It was exciting. It's an experience, and it's something I can give my kids.
It's expensive.
My youngest son. No, it's not cheap. It's not cheap.
It is not cheap. I should know.
No, it's not.
I didn't do a patent, but I did do a trademark, and that was not cheap.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, they're not. They're not
that alone
cheap.
Was
and we've got a lot of other things coming from Hex-A-Stack. You know, Hex-A-Stack is just one piece of what I'm developing. I'm building a company for my son, my youngest son. When he gets out of high school, the idea is to hand him the business and help him run it. You know, it's a great experience and thing I've done alongside him. He's at all the conventions with me. He's working the booth, and you know, we're enjoying it together. It's really been a father-son experience since day one. He comes down in the basement, helps me pack orders and get those ready for shipping. And at the end of the day, like, we're not done with just these stands, just this colorway. We've got a lot of other things. We've got some really big, like I said, we've got the flight stands coming starting Monday or Tuesday. They're going to launch on the site. I think folks will be really happy with what has been curated for that. For folks that are translucent flight stand, we also have some partnerships with some other creators coming. I can't speak to it just yet. In the next couple of days, some announcements are going to be trickling through, but there's some NDAs have been signed and some partnership agreements are in place. So I can say with certainty that this product will be in stores at retail sometime in July. I can't say where, I can't say who, but in the coming weeks, Hex-A-Stack will be available at retail, which is really, really cool.
Excellent. And guys, don't forget, head over to thehexastack.com and put in your pre-order for these wonderful new additions to your collection. A couple more comments before we move on. Warren, what's going on, brother? Lots of Orko this weekend, Mondo version and Chronicles. We've all got the Orko Power He-Man Wiki. Yes. Spoilers, I did a whole video on that. You guys can check that one out. I don't want to talk too much about it because if you haven't seen the movie, which I don't know why you haven't.
I loved it.
I loved it too. And you got to watch it, guys. Mechatronis, saw the files for the Filmation attack track. Kind of want that. Van on track treads for my Mondo 112 scale 2000X He-Man. Absolutely. Those 2000X He-Mans are absolutely worth the weight in gold. So it's absolutely crazy. We will probably talk a little bit about that later in the show. Necatronus, Warren, funny you say that. I literally just finished a toy shoot with my Orko LG fig. That's awesome, dude. Same time toys. Good to see you, brother. Always good to see same time. The Dolphin Government Makers needs help from the toy community. Their Kickstarter ends in 40 hours. 53.8 thousand needed to fund. Please help these indie toy creators. Yes, we are going to be doing the full countdown and trying to get them over the hump, but they do need a lot of help. So, guys, if you're interested in Muppets and Master of the Universe, definitely check it out. Government Makers on Kickstarter. Same time toys, Nico. Easy, brother. Motu Master, what's going on, dude? How you doing tonight? And Nicotronis, trademarks do be pricey, but they are worth it. 100%. Absolutely. Now, moving on back to our main topic, which, of course, is JoeFest 2026. We are really excited for JoeFest. And, of course, one of the best things about being at JoeFest, Travis, is for small independent companies like yourself to be able to showcase their products to the world, particularly if they are based on, army building type action figures. Why would anybody want to launch an army builder at JoeFest? I don't know. Maybe because it's related to the army. I don't know. I have no idea. But Another wonderful team is going to be at.
Oh, I know where you're going. I know where you're going. I saw this.
You know where I'm going with
Oh,
it?
I know right where you're going. I saw this yesterday, and I came across. I was like, I don't know how close you are to this Kickstarter, but I do have some questions.
Sure. I mean, like, there's a lot of things going on. They already had a successful Kickstarter, so
that's what I was going to ask. I thought there was already one that they did.
Yeah. So definitely want to talk about the rise of the Nexus. This is definitely a really exciting toy line, 3 3/4 inch scale. And I was fortunate enough to meet these guys over at Toylanta. It was another pleasure, and I met them a couple times around. Always admired their work, and I really am excited about their new line of products. And we are fortunate enough to actually have one of the creators here tonight. And guys, please help us welcome Carlos. What's going on, Carlos? How you doing today?
Hey guys, what's up? How's it going?
Not too bad.
How's it going,
not
man?
too bad. Yeah. So we met at Toylanta, and you had some really cool stuff on display, and of course you're gearing up for JoeFest. What are your thoughts, and how have things been, and what are you planning for JoeFest right now?
Things are good. Just launched the Kickstarter yesterday at 9 a.m. We actually I hadn't looked at it in an hour because I was getting the baby to sleep, and I just turned it on my computer and it was there. So we're at 50,000 right now, or close to 51K, which is awesome. It's amazing. And just 36. I mean, I think we just hit the 36-hour mark. But yeah, I heard you. I just heard you say ask about the other Kickstarter. The other Kickstarter got to 70% and it failed. We did not make it. That was last September. So kind of pivoted, kind of reworked it, and then spent a year working on it again, and here we are.
Yeah, but I think you're gonna make this one. Just as a hinge, just a hunch. I think you're gonna make this one, Carlos, because for anybody, here's a spoiler for you. The original goal is $27,500. And they have smashed through that. They are at 50,622. This project is definitely getting made. I mean, congratulations, Carlos. But
thank you.
Yeah, congratulations.
28 days to go, and a lot more unlocks. So, guys, we are definitely looking at this and keeping a very close eye on this. This is awesome. A lot of hard work has gone into the campaign, and I'm so glad. I am so excited that you guys have already reached your goal and almost doubled it, getting very close to doubling it. And congratulations, but it's premature. I'm going to keep saying that because I think we can get much higher than this. I think we can get double, maybe even triple what you have right now. And with 28 days to go, I think it's really important to keep going and making this a reality. And look at that. It just went up again. It just went to 50,652. So
I just backed it.
There we go. That's exactly what it is. And you know what? It's going to be it's going to be fun. How are you feeling right now? I mean, your first one didn't do as well as you expected, but you had high hopes. We were talking about this at the show. What's the difference between that Kickstarter and this Kickstarter? What made all the difference?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me on. I know it's such a short notice, and it was great meeting you as well in Toylanta. My name is Carlos, by the way. So difference between last Kickstarter and this Kickstarter, man, a lot. I mean, I learned a lot in it hasn't been quite a year. So I launched it last September, so a little less than a year. But I kind of the first Kickstarter, I kind of read this book about Kickstarters and it helped, but it really has nothing to do with toys or anything like that, so I think that's kind of where I went wrong in the end. And I really only gave myself about 2.5 months to put the first Kickstarter together. I already had the stuff, but it was like 2 months of just all the way down to the wire, no sleep, felt like my heart was going to implode, and this one was so much easier. I was done with the campaign last week, so it gave me a week to kind of just look over everything and just kind of cross the T's and dot the I's type deal. And here we are, man. Yeah, it feels good. It feels good. I mean, there's still so much more to do. I want to be able to obviously offer as much as possible to the backers and to everybody else, obviously, and get this thing rolling, get it going.
So I know Travis is all about lore and background. Give us a little bit of background as to Rise of the Nexus. What is it kind of like GI Joe? Is it a secret fact? Is it a secret organization? Like what are we looking at? Like for instance, Cisco here, Seiko here. What are we looking at in terms of the lore?
Yeah, so Seiko's our main character. Seiko was taken at a young age by Wolfpack. Actually, it was one of the other characters. They were both taken. They both kind of were born in Africa. And to not get it too convoluted or whatever. Anyways, basically, like the Rise of Nexus story, basically is it's kind of, you think of GI Joe. Like this group of kind of super, kind of mercenaries. They're basically mercenaries that work for a secret organization. And this cosmic being comes down from outer space and basically destroys the entire planet and freezes kind of everybody who's left over, and then wakes them up years into the future and forces them to fight in this battle arena, or like a blood sport, basically. And Seiko and his team, guys who kind of worked together for years and kind of have a history together, are now kind of forced to fight each other in this arena to the death. And it kind of brings up interesting storylines, I believe. I've been writing the comic now for a while, and I think it's coming out great. We got a comic artist who's working on it, and might have some surprises during JoeFest, with that. I mean, the story is a lot. I've been working on it for 20 years, so I could sit here and talk about it for hours, honestly. But yeah, and the similarities are that they are a team of like, kind of special forces guys. But other than that, it kind of branches out to a lot of other things, clones, multiverses, that sort of stuff. And you could kind of see that in the campaign itself,
Awesome.
kind of offering the characters and kind of like are they clones? Are they hallucinations? What are they? And once we get to the story, you'll kind of learn all about that.
Awesome. So we've already blown through our first initial figure to actually to back. Now you're well on to, and you've actually unlocked stretch goal number 1 at $33,000. So Evil Face has been unlocked. Tell us a little bit about Evil Face.
Yeah, actually, 2 stretch goals have been unlocked. I probably haven't updated that yet. Been busy with work today, but yeah. So Evil Face is actually Evil Face goes back to a long time ago, like kind of when the internet was just GeoCities and stuff like that. And I ran to this guy who kind of told me he had a GI Joe collection. I went online and found like this group of customizers on there. Evil Face was the first one. That was the first website. And this was like, I want to say like late 90s, early 2000s. And back then I always wanted to customize figures. I think I had attempted it. It wasn't very good. I kind of had given up, and then I saw these people doing it, and it kind of just inspired me to just start customizing and spending my own money to make toys instead of my dad's money. By then I was old enough to buy my own toys and stuff. So I was like, okay, now I can buy 2 of them and, break one. But so this is kind of an honor to Evil Face, to kind of that, to I hit him up and I, asked him if it'd be cool if we kind of did one of his designs, or did kind of like an homage to his designs and named it Evil Face. And he agreed, and yeah, it's we unlocked it, and that's super cool because that's kind of what started it for me as far as like custom toys and things like that. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, Evil Face has a variant. Is that correct? Is that King Cobra? How does
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, he has a variant. So it's basically like a clone. It's the clones usually. So in the comic, what they are is basically kind of just it's just like a past version of themselves. Just some type of moment, some type of kind of core memory for them that comes up in the arena, because the arena is alive and it kind of messes with them. It's kind of like I would describe it kind of like the Danger Room or like the Star Trek holodeck. So so it starts to mess with people. So that's kind of what one of these clones is. Yeah.
Awesome. And you just mentioned that we did do a second unlock. which of course was unlocked at $44,500. Night Owl, as well as a soft enamel pin. So, talk to us about Night Owl.
Yeah, Night Owl is basically an homage. If anybody's familiar with GI Joe and is a fan of GI Joe, it's an homage to one of their figures. That's just kind of the reason why I did it, because it's a really neat character that I love. But it's something that I don't think would ever get done in O-ring style in that size. And then just kind of wanted to just offer like like a variation of that, like it's got touches of the original, and since his name is Night Owl, I wanted to give him a pet owl, and and he comes with an owl, and a lot of these figures also come with an extra head too that you can pop and swap, kind of like modern era Joes.
I see exactly what you're talking about. And yes, I recognize the homage of the characters, so it's great to see these guys. And I love the so are these like paint masters, or we're like these, because this photography is awesome, and I'm really glad that you have these guys ready for in time for the Kickstarter.
Thanks.
Obviously, you did a previous Kickstarter, so that makes a lot of sense.
Thank you. The Night Owl actually image that you just saw, that's actually from the factory, and that's a pre-tooling, basically like an engineering sample that
Nice.
I received from them. So I did 4 characters through them, just to make sure that everything was kind of good to go, and before we start with the tooling and everything. But yeah, this is image just in my front yard. I believe I got poison ivy from a lot of these images.
Oh no.
With for like the last 2 weeks, or actually week and a half. But yeah,
Hey,
it was
like
worth it, man.
like being a kid. It's like being a kid again, right? So there
Yeah,
you go.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was totally worth it. But yeah, so Night Owl was unlocked along with along with like each figure unlocks an add-on. So
Yep.
this one unlocks a pin. And the
I love
pre
enamel pins. Enamel pins are so cool. I mean, we ourselves we created enamel pins for Motuniverse. So I mean,
awesome.
they are really, really neat, and very popular, by the way. So great stuff. Excellent. And then let's talk about some more stretch goals. Not too long now. I mean, like seriously, at 56,000, Sleepwalker, Darkwalker, and trading card sets. So let's have a look at these guys. So, talk to us a little about the Sleepwalker and the Darkwalker.
Yeah, Sleepwalker is another main character, also another homage. This is more like a video game inspired homage. Took some notes from that, but it's him and his clone. And Darkwalker, what I love about Darkwalker is that it's actually an army of them. They're more like a troop builder. And later on, hopefully, if we get far enough, we'll unlock kind of that, like a 3-pack of the Darkwalker troopers. But yeah, he's also a main character. He hasn't had it hard as hard of a life as the other characters. Kind of a little more privileged life. Most of these guys have some type of military connection, whether it's like an uncle or a parent. But yeah, he's cool. I love him because he has a removable face mask. It just comes off, and also a lot of these guys have a holster with a removable pistol that you can put in their hands. Kind of like an improvement over the original O-ring GI Joes.
Very cool. And you said that again, lots of poison ivy in your yard. I mean, like It's crazy. You got fallen trees everywhere. Really cool. I do love the environments. They look awesome. And you're actually including a 5 cards per pack trading set. Are these blind trading cards, or
No.
are they all the same?
No, we showed them off. It's like basically it's a 9-card set, and you put them together and it creates a scene all together. And if there's an extra bonus card, which I haven't revealed yet, but yeah, you get 10 cards. You get 10 cards total.
I'd be surprised if anybody actually rips these. It would be hilarious. But trading cards are like the hottest thing right now.
Yeah.
People are fighting in the streets for these things. So
yes, I've seen the lengths that retailers are going to, like even just local like mom and pop shops. Like I think they're like cutting like the seals open and stuff. Just so it's crazy.
Yep.
In Japan, there's like a questionnaire to see how like your knowledge of Pokemon before you can even buy a pack, like a sealed box.
But you know what? It can't get any worse than Lego right now. The Lego controversies is just that's wild. That is wild. Like, I don't want to get into that, but that's wild. If you know, you know.
Hold on. We don't need to go into it, but I gotta say that was like the best, most entertaining 2 weeks of YouTube in my life. Like, and the crap that I watched diving into that, because I have not been a Lego guy, but I'll tell you, I've been at every garage sale Saturday morning between 7 and 10 a.m. trying to snag up Legos just because of that YouTube. Not because I want them now.
The toy tube drama has never been higher. I mean, there's been toy tube drama before. This is like anyway. If you know, you know. We're not going to get into it. I'm sorry. We're not going to get too far into the Lego drama, guys. Just look up Lego drama. It'll come up. It's the first thing that comes up.
Yeah. So that's the card set you just scrolled by it, but yeah, that's a card set by my buddy Eddie, which is he's not done yet, but it's kind of.
Is that the image right there? Like when they're all combined?
Yeah.
So this is what it's going to look like when all 9 cards are put together.
All put together, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Cool. I can't wait. And then we go to stretch goal number 4, $67,500. Wolfgang, Mamba, Mitu, and Vinyl.
Muitu, Mamba, and Wolfgang. These are all especially Wolfgang and Muitu. They're Wolfgang is a clone of Muitu. And they all unlock together at the same time.
That's awesome.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
As someone who went ahead and backed. So, like, I backed and I picked like 4, right? So I picked like a package of 4. Is that any 4 that I want from that, or is it a set 4? Obviously, it depends on what gets unlocked, I assume.
Yeah.
But is it any 4 that I want from the series that gets unlocked?
Anything that gets unlocked, for sure,
Awesome.
yeah.
Cool.
And there's also, I forgot to mention, so with all the excitement, yesterday we had a thing that if we hit the main goal in the first 24 hours, we got a free figure, and the figure's name is Cyclone. So anybody that backs is gonna get that figure as well. So, and you don't have to do anything. You will get that automatically.
That is awesome. So
my backing of 4. Oh, sorry.
You get 5.
You get 5. Nice. That's
so cool.
Yeah. That is amazing. And you know what? Going through that playbook you read, that is an awesome way of doing a Kickstarter. Great stuff, Carlos. Like, seriously, that is awesome. So Mamba unlocks at this price, as well as Mutu. Again, I apologize. I don't speak Afrikaans, so
no worries. Yeah.
And Wolfgang. Again, I don't want to insult anybody, but I try my best, right? I already gave up my nerd card today. I don't want to do it again. So these guys look freaking awesome. And talk to us about the unlock, the cling form set. Oh, I love cling forms.
Oh, that's old school. I know what that is.
Yeah. So I wanted to. I used to love them when I was little. I used to what I wanted to do was the transfer forms. I don't know if you guys remember those. Where it was like you used
not really, but kind of. I know what you're talking about, but I don't really know.
I couldn't really find anybody that did that, so I settled for like the sticker. So we did. Eddie's doing like a couple backgrounds, and they'll come with a bunch of stickers, and you can stick them on and make scenes and stuff. And when I like explosions, maybe we'll see. We'll make it really cool, but for now, this is what I got. We're still working on it, but I'll show updates along the way for things that aren't didn't get finished.
Still, that's really cool. I remember cling forms. They're so much fun, and that would be awesome. What happened to that poor whale? Oh my god, that whale! Oh man, that whale just
got it.
Collateral damage, dude.
Yeah, man.
Collateral damage.
Yeah.
Oh, that poor whale. Jeez Louise.
It's like he's in the middle of a war or something.
Yeah. Is this like Death Stranding? Is this a beach? Like, seriously?
Yeah, it's a beach.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
We're calling it beach.
No, it's in a desert. It's in the middle of a desert.
Yeah.
No, but dude, I get it. It's the middle of the desert. I hear what you're saying. But if you know, you know. If you guys know Death Stranding, if you know, you know. But dang, I love the mall.
Yeah.
It looks like every hunting spot I've ever been to. Like, my God. You've seen those dead mall videos? Like, those things are creepy as F.
Yeah.
Anyway, good stuff.
And the Galleria.
Yeah, the gallery. Yes, exactly. Enough guys have gotten arrested in there. People shoot guns in there. What the hell is wrong with these people? I don't understand. Oh my god. The next one is a Cadaver Carrion, and the 18 by 24 poster at $79,000. So
And-
Cadaver is your female figure in the line, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Talk to
I
us
gotta
about
say,
Cadaver.
I gotta just jump in real quick, Carlos. I gotta say, I typically have always just focused to the male figures, but that head sculpt and the paint for her with the skull, like as soon as I was scrolling through, she popped out to me. Like she's one of the 4. If you get that,
Awesome.
if you get that far, which I think you guys are doing good numbers already, and I hope to be able to add that as one of my 4.
I hope Cadaver gets unlocked. Yeah. She's I mean, she's a favorite. She's a fan favorite, but
Yeah, I'm always into female figures no matter what. I love them. I know that some people don't collect female figures, but seriously, just like Delta 17, this is definitely one of those figures I would definitely be on board to getting the full set. Anyway, regardless, right? So, talk to us about Cadaver and Carry On.
Yeah, Cadaver. For her sculpt came out amazing. But yeah, Cadaver is one of the youngest members of the team. Her background's a little more secretive, and that's one of the stories that I'm most excited to write about. And that's right now it's going to be issue 4. But and that's kind of what I'm doing with the comic, is that kind of each issue focuses on a different character, and kind of their time, kind of arriving, like waking up in the arena, sort of deal, and then until it all comes together. But yeah, she's pretty awesome. She's got a pretty high kill count. Yeah, I really want her unlocked. I know a lot of people do. And that's kind of why I put her towards the back. But yeah,
it's the quiet ones you got to watch out for, man. They'll kill you when you're not even thinking. Oh man, that's an awesome picture. Holy crap, dude. Travis is exactly the way I felt. As soon as I saw her, I'm like, I don't know what it is about her, but I need her. She's freaking awesome. Freaking sleeping on her gun. That is just sadistic as F. And the 18 by 24 poster. These are awesome. Oh my gosh. Is it only monochrome, or is it going to be like a full color version?
No, it'll be like this. I wanted to do a screen print. I might still do that. I have to find somebody else, but for now it'll just be like a poster, just a movie poster style.
Very cool. I love it. And then at $90,500, the Wolfpack Echo and Keishi figure. Keishi figure. Talk to us about these guys.
Yeah, Wolfpack is considered more or less like Seiko's brother. They grew up together in the jungles of Africa under Muitu's watch. But yeah, he's an awesome character. He's also very video game inspired. Yeah, also a very popular character. I've heard that people want to do all sorts of things and customize them in all sorts of ways. So yeah, we got to get him unlocked as well. And that's him there with Seiko together.
Sweet. And Wonder Keishi. What is this, dude? This is cool.
Yeah, so they're like little muscle inspired little Keishi figures, like little muscle figures. So it's a pack of, you get 1 of 4. They're blind bagged. But yeah, and that's Sleepwalker. That's what it'll look like.
And you'll have and they're all based on each of the different characters that were.
Yeah, it'll be 4 characters. Yeah, 4. Nice. I think him, Cadaver, and I haven't worked on the other 2, but we'll have that soon.
Very cool. And at the $102,000 stretch goal, number 7, Scope and mini and comic book issue number 1. That is exciting for me, of course. And Travis, of course, lore. So Here we go. Talk to us about Scope.
Scope is actually one of the, I'd say, as far as design wise, is really the most, the first really original character, yeah, Scope is kind of like the communications guy of the team. Also, he originally was going to come with a drone, but that just ended up not working out. I still want to give him a drone. Maybe we'll have an accessory pack sometime in the point, but he's kind of the guy that kind of is the glue to the team, kind of keeps everybody, in place and check. Even though he's not the leader, he's like kind of the guy that really the only guy that knows what's going on with the logistics.
Yeah, he's the heart of the team. He keeps
pretty much
keeps them all together. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then the book. Oh my goodness, here we go. This is the one I think we need to unlock.
Looks so good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We got wonderful writers and artists: Espinoza, Lauzon, and Siok Jr.
Yep.
Um, this is awesome. How many pages are we looking at here? 26 or?
We got about 26 pages. Yeah. Well, right now we got 22, but I'm gonna add 4 more at the end. I think it's just gonna help the book and all together. But yeah, we got 26 pages. It's gonna be a while. I mean, the pages are coming together. I think I just got pages 8 today, so I got to review those. But yeah, it's
Awesome.
Man, you got a cool job, Carlos. I'm jelly. I'm jelly, man. I'm over here making stands that your figures would fit on, but like you're making comics that I want to buy.
Well, we'll talk about making those figures fit on your stand.
Issue number 1, Rise of the Nexus. The Wreck Age is the official comic book debut of the universe, featuring art by Alfred Lauzon and Eddie Baez. Sorry,
Eddie Baez.
Baez. Sorry. The world before the Nexus, the event that changed everything. The operatives who survived it. Full color, 26 pages.
We did 22, but yeah, I was actually just thinking about calling the guy today and adding those 4 more pages. He's gonna hate me, but
awesome, great stuff. At $113,500, stretch goal number 8 will be unlocked. Monarch, Blackout, and Nexus Underground Zine. That's awesome. Talk to us about these two. Another female figure in the line.
Yeah, so last time last campaign we didn't have her design done. We got her done this time. And she looks amazing. I love Monarch. There's not a lot actually the team knows about Monarch. So there's not a lot people really generally know about Monarch. She just kind of goes, does her job, disappears, shows up, for like a meeting or something. But yeah, she's kind of a very secretive job, more secretive than the other guys. But yeah, she unlocks with her clone, Blackout, who colorway kind of inspired by another G.I. Joe character. But yeah, she's awesome.
I think that's really cool. Obviously, your lore has this clone aspect to it, which I'm sure will come out more in the lore and things like that. But I think it's a really cool concept that you're able to unlock and release these dual figures, right? The clone or the alternative look for it, which is a really cool concept in the toy creation space. For me, at least, it's really cool to see.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think when I was designing them, I was more thinking about tooling first of all, because that's the most expensive part.
Yeah.
So I was trying to figure out how to create, have at least 4 characters that were unique enough that I could create other characters with them, down the road. And that's so that's basically from the first 4 characters, we kind of mix and match the rest of the line. And the females have, for the most part, original tooling from head to toe, but maybe, they might share a few things here or there, but yeah, that was kind of my thought with the tooling, and then also with the clones and things like that. That was more to kind of help with MOQs and things like that, and offer, offer, these designs that I love, because I love them, because I want to see them. They'll never be made in that form, and then when I originally thought about it like that, hopefully people will see that and kind of help me bring new stuff and do new things, down, in the future. That's the hope, that's the plan, but,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I just thought it was a really, I just giving you credit. It's a unique and creative way to get that, reuse out of it, but do it in a way that's, natural, or, it doesn't seem redundant, right? It's a creative way to take advantage of some limitations as you build a brand and a product line without feeling like, because a lot of times people just create like an army builder. You found a way to do it while leveraging, a named character. It's their clone version. It's a really cool approach. It's creative.
Yeah, and I also, and that's why I wanted to offer the extra heads too, was to offer, more, sometimes when you're customizing, really what you need is a head, that kind of tells you who they are, and then the rest is just like about, finding what you need or what looks good enough, and then that's kind of what my mentality was to kind of give people like something that they can mix and match things, you know, and create more new things with it, you know, not just what's there, you know.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Okay, and then we move on to why is this not moving? The Nexus Underground Zine. Now, if you're into comics, you understand what we're talking about here. But I do love this. Is it a magazine type of thing, or is it actually like an extra mini comic, or like what
No, yeah, it's like a zine, but it's more of a behind, like a making of the rise of Nexus, and you know, want to include behind the scenes stuff, you know, sketches and ideas and all sorts of stuff. You know, Eddie's been sending me stuff that he has. I've been trying to compile everything I got. But yeah, that's the idea. Just like a zine. I love zines. I'm making them in high school, you know, so that's the thought. It's just, you know, look a little more professional, I guess, than what I did in high school.
Absolutely. And then here are some of the bonus stretch goals, and these are going to be a lot of fun. Legends of the Hidden Force. At $118,000, the Legend of the Hidden Force, Rise of Nexus, Seiko in Horai, and 3-piece patch set. Oh, what's this? So, talk to us a little bit about these. They look like awesome little ninja packs.
Yeah. So if you guys are familiar, Legends of the Hidden Force is another O-ring line that funded a couple years ago, and they just actually got their product in. They've been shipping out their product. They're really awesome. I met them last year at JoeFest. And I don't know, I feel we hit it off. I think they're super cool guys. And one of them mentioned, one of the brothers, the Chad Matted guys, mentioned doing like some type of collab, some type of like a 2-pack or 3-pack, you know, like a couple ring lines, do them together, like in a packaging. And you know, and I kept thinking about that, you know, I was working on the line and whatever, and we kind of figured out that our heads were compatible with each other. Well, they had like the same neck ball, and so we kind of were going off of that, you know, like, oh, that's kind of cool. You know, I offered that as kind of like an incentive as the last Kickstarter, that hey, you know, our lines kind of work together. But then thinking about it too, you know, a lot of Seiko's training is kind of martial arts too, and I was like, wouldn't it be cool if his martial arts training came from from their lore? And that's kind of what we did. I hit them up, and it worked out, and they're super awesome. Like they went above and beyond, you know, offering like the renders and just kind of opening up the lore to me, and it was super awesome to do a collab. I love collab. I've been an artist for, you know, 25 years. Every time I do a collab project, I've done custom toy projects with somebody else. Those are my favorites. So this is awesome. I love that we're doing this. And their line is awesome. Their toys are super cool. Yeah, I love ninjas. I'm a sucker for ninjas. So yeah, check them out. They'll be at JoeFest. Yeah.
That's right. They are going to be at booths 87 and 107. So definitely 87 through 107. That's a lot of booths.
Is that what it is?
So yeah, definitely check them out. It's going to be a lot of fun. And absolutely. So yeah, really excited about that. The patch set. This is always fun. Iron-on patches. So these also unlock at 118,000. And then bonus stretch goal number 2. No renders on these, but it's $128,500. Dark Walkers 3-pack and a comic book issue number 2. This is their army builder, I'm guessing, and you don't have any renders of these guys, but they look neat.
I do. We just we haven't shown them off yet. Yeah. They're
gotcha. So maybe something to look forward to at JoeFest. And of course the bonus stretch for number 2. So looking forward to these. And finally, well, actually not finally, but $140,000 tabletop games and comic books. Wow, you got a lot of great stuff on the go here. You've got a tabletop game ready to go. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean that was
hitting on everything, aren't you?
That's actually the main part about Rise of Nexus, is that it started as off as a tabletop game. I've been working on for a few years now. Yeah, finally got it together. I'll bring it to JoeFest, so it'll be there if people want to check it out and play with it. And so the whole thing is that you can play with any action figure, 1/1/8 scale action figure that you own. It doesn't have to be the Rise of Nexus figure. So
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
So that's what I caught the other day when I saw this yesterday and it launched and it was showing up in my feeds and stuff yesterday, Jay and Carlos, is I've been wanting a game that I can play. Like I like Dungeons and Dragons and I like all of that stuff, but I wanted something I could play with my toys with, at my table. And what I saw was the lore, and I knew I saw the Rise of the Nexus. Again, that's why I was like, I think I saw this before. What happened? So I was not happy to hear that it didn't succeed, but happy to hear you had that, and now you're moving forward with this and the tabletop game from that right there. Like this needs to hit because that's an add-on I'll be adding for sure. That is a much needed want to fill a gap that it's not there right now. I know Four Horsemen's done something that's much more in the D&D kind of space of things, but I wanted something like this going as back several years now. There was something that tried to come out, it didn't come to fruition. But this right here looks really, really freaking cool.
Thanks. Yeah, it's been like 5 years of putting it together, and it's almost here. Hopefully.
Very, very exciting. And finally, at bonus stretch goal number 4 at $159,500, couldn't get to $160,000. Just had to go for that extra $500. 1/12 scale Seiko action figures. Wow, 1/12 scale. Holy crap! So 6 inches we're looking at, or like what
like 6 inches? Yeah, we'll do like classified size. Yeah. I got the sculpt. I already saw it. It looks awesome. But yeah, we got a long way to go.
Incredible. Yeah, but so 31 points of articulation. What any other details like?
Yeah, we're going like a Hasbro, like a classified. I kind of wanted to fit with that just because that's already what I collect. So it just makes sense to me,
Very, very cool. So you do have a whole chart of bonus stretch goals, and want to talk a little bit about the all-in. How does the all-in work? Like for example, if you don't get to a certain unlock, can people add additional army builders, or like what? How do you plan on handling that?
Absolutely, yeah. We're gonna do it that way, that you can just fill in the spots with figures, whatever figure's been locked, or we can even do just like a value for something else, whatever you want. I mean, I think the last campaign backers saw that I'm pretty, I'm willing to work with anybody just as long as you're cool, like I will work with you to make it work. These people are coming in blindly helping somebody that they don't know, a company that they don't know, so I'm willing to go, kind of bend over backwards, to kind of make people happy. Some people have been asking about the digital pack, which is $20. It's not included in the all-in tier, but maybe at the end I'll just throw it in for everybody. I just trying to hear what the people want, and seeing if it's worth doing it, just kind of listening to the backers.
And the all-in pack, what are we looking at for that particular stretch? I believe it is $486. But that was only for the 24-hour. Is that over already? The 24-hour.
That was a 24-hour. Yeah, that was a 24-hour special. It's already done. That was over at 9 a.m. this morning. But yeah, there's other. Gosh, there's so many different ones. I can't tell you off the top of my head. It's probably close to $500 for the all-in tier.
Gotcha. So that really was only. But here we have another. Here we have the other options though, because the all-in tiers actually have several levels. Here we go. So the first all-in tier is actually $522, the complete collection, all 18 figures if they're unlocked. But obviously, as you said, you're willing to work with people to figure out the best value for their pledge. And then you have the all-in tier Nexus collection reward, $582. All 18 figures as stretch goal unlock, all 9 bonus items as goals unlock, and the Rise of Nexus Arena tabletop game. That's amazing. Yeah. So you're actually going to throw in the tabletop game as well for this one. That's very enticing. And then the all-in tier double, which is 2 times the complete collection, 36 figures featuring every single one of the unlockables, bonus items as stretch goals unlock, but no tabletop. Correct?
Correct. Yeah, that one doesn't come with the table. Yeah, I'll just grab it and put it. It'll be if it unlocks, it'll be available as an add-on.
amazing options and a lot of ways to support the project. Guys, definitely you can obviously just pledge without a reward, or you can get in on this with as little as $20 all the way to, like I said, over $1,000. But seriously, I want to say congratulations, Carlos, for, again, it's a little premature right now, but I think I can safely say you're going to be able to. This project is going to make it. I think I can safely say that. But I would love to see all of the unlocks made. I'm pretty sure Travis would love to see all of the unlocks made.
I sat here, I talked myself into it. So I originally just backed for like one figure and then get the free one. And then as I sat here this whole time, and I sold myself on it because it's like it's got the graphic novel, it's got the play, the game, the tabletop, and then you just went through those other ones. I'm bummed out I missed the day one backing. That's on me. I should have dug into a little bit more. Mega J, you're behind the ball. We should have had this call last night. That said, I just did go for the all in to get the tabletop. I thought, well, I'll wait and see if it gets that far, right? But why do that, right? Why wait? Why don't I help move the needle in that direction a little bit further?
Well, the needle was moved. Yeah. We are now to $51,204. Thanks in part, pretty much to Travis right now. But thank you, Travis, 100%. Nearing closer to the double pledge of this campaign. 28 days to go. Plenty of time to reach the all-in, and this is absolutely fantastic. So, Carlos, you will be at JoeFest this coming weekend. Is that correct? Or
yeah, we'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah.
Sweet. So unlike Travis, who can't be bothered to go, I'm just kidding.
My daughter's graduating tomorrow. I couldn't. My daughter's graduating high school tomorrow. So I couldn't this year. I want to next year. I will be there. My co-host of my show, Carlos, will be there. I'm going to make sure he stops by the booth and chats with you a bit, because I'd like to try to get you over on our show before this campaign ends, because I'm really excited about it. I'd like to talk about it a little bit if you have some time.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for pledging. That's awesome.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
So guys, definitely keep an eye out for Ed. He will be at the show. It's going to be great. But yeah, I wanted to thank my guests for tonight for joining us. JoeFest is only a few days away, and it's going to be an absolute blast. I wanted to give Carlos a little bit of time. Carlos, please let everybody know how they can reach you, and how much more they can do to help support your project.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Rise of Nexus, and website is riseofnexus.com. You can sign up to the email there. Just hit me up. You have a very hard question. I'm always trying to answer everybody's comments, everybody's try to do my best to be on top of everything. I do have a full-time job, but people seem pretty content, so that's good.
Sorry, the button just got stuck. And of course, my good friend Travis, brother, how can people reach you and talk a little bit more about Hex-A-Stack and the features that people can expect at the show?
Awesome. Yeah. So to get a hold of me, it's the Mr. Wonderful on Instagram, or the Hex-A-Stack over on Instagram. TheHex-A-Stack.com. You can go ahead right now and procure your pre-orders for the special colorways and textures for JoeFest exclusive for this year. They will not be released again. This is the first and only time to get those. So definitely get the pre-orders in online. They will ship just after JoeFest, or take the risk and go hit up JoeFest this weekend and get the limited supply that'll be on hand from our buddies over at Creative Realms down there at JoeFest. We have both the Combat Green with the Joes on it here, and you also have the Enemy Blue, both $33.99 for the pack of 5 stands. And it's not just the stands; it's an entire system to really curate your collection. If you're looking for a way to display them in more of a museum type approach, where you want to clean your shelves up and also have the ability to mix and mingle with different scales of figures and also store all your accessories, Hex-A-Stack's the way to go. It's something built by me, patented by me, and something I'm continuing to grow with my son. So I really appreciate the support, and hopefully you guys enjoy them. And it helps clean up your shelves and keeps your spouse a little bit happier about the mess you keep around the house. So thank you very much. And Mega J, thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it. And thank you, man.
Always, guys. It is always a pleasure to hanging out with such amazing creative people. I wish I was as creative as you guys, man. I'm just like, talking.
El Dragoon, dude. El Dragoon. Don't even start, man.
That's
Don't even start.
That's another one which somebody else is creating. But anyway, it's all good. I'm always part of something, but I'm never actually the one involved. No, I'm just kidding. We are excited about that. I wish Danny was here tonight, but he is the busiest man on the planet. So, but we will be checking out San Diego Comic-Con. We will be there as always, guys. And we hope to see you guys at SDCC. But before then, JoeFest 2026, guys, you've got to be there. It's going to be freaking awesome. These amazing guys are going to be there as well. I don't know why it just disappeared. Where did it go? JoeFest. Why did it? I was going to switch back to it. I was like, no, it's not there. But yeah, guys, definitely head over. If you are a G.I. Joe fan, you have to head over to Augusta, Georgia. Sorry, Georgia. I don't know where Georgia came from. Augusta, Georgia. What the heck? I can't speak today. What's going on? Not JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. I'm talking about Augusta, Georgia. And like I said, it's a bit of a trek from the airport, but it's well worth the adventure. Definitely, you guys gotta go check it out. Have a lot of fun there. A lot of great creators to meet there as well, of course. Some great companies showing off great stuff for G.I. Joe. And, of course, just a great celebration of G.I. Joe. It is JoJo June, and a lot more announcements to come. We all hope to see you guys there. And, of course, if you can make it out, definitely check out Rise of the Nexus. Check out Hex-A-Stack. Check out all the wonderful creators who are going to be there. It's going to be an absolute blast. One more thing before I go. I did want to just give a really quick shout-out to my good friends over at Gum It Up Makers. They have a Kickstarter right now, and it is it's not doing as well as Rise of the Nexus, but we can get it over the finish line, guys. This is a wonderful project. I really do think you guys should check it out. If you're into Muppets, if you're into Master Universe, you definitely will love this project. It's made by two wonderful creators, Danny and Esther, who are Aria, who are just doing some amazing work, and I really hope that we can get them closer to their goal. Regardless of which, we are going to be doing a final countdown on the last day of the Kickstarter. And I really hope that we can try to get them as close to their goal of $78,400. Guys, this is all done with heart, with love, and honestly, these are the types of projects. We have two wonderful creators here. We have another pair of creators over there. Definitely support the local creators. They are doing some incredible work. And I do always say this. I really do. And it's not because I don't believe in the products that are being offered right now, but I just have to say it. Independent creators are doing it better. The fans are doing it better because, again, the fans really care. This is what it's all about. This is why you support the fans, and definitely want to get them as far and as close to their dream as possible. So definitely support Rise of the Nexus, support Hex-A-Stack, and go take a look at all these wonderful products at JoeFest 2026. We hope to see you guys there. Guys, I want to thank my good friends once again, Travis over at Mr. Wonderful himself, and Carlos, Solid Raven Toys. Guys, thank you for joining me. It's always great to see you guys, and you guys can see at least one of these guys at JoeFest 2026. The other guy, I don't know, he's kind of lazy, but his products will definitely be there. I'm always riven Travis because, like, honestly,
everybody does, man. It's all good. I love it.
I mean, I like you had to see. Honestly, I think I have it on video. You have to see his freaking setup in his booth. It was freaking awesome. It was hilarious. I'm gonna dig it up one day and just like start playing it every time we meet. It's gonna be freaking awesome. Definitely head over to Terrence's booth for the Corsairs for the Tide Realms Corsairs, featuring the Hex-A-Stack, and of course, definitely check out Rise of the Nexus. We hope to see you guys.
Absolutely.
Guys, hope you're all doing well, staying safe, and as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Good journey, everybody. Yo, Joe, guys. Cobra. Take care, guys. Good night.